Here are some more tips to grow on Instagram. Now, I used to always focus on stories and share my life and like really try to connect to people and stuff. I started growing when I completely stopped that. I was on a trip, I was in Thailand, I was living my best life. It was amazing. I could share so much stories and about all my life, but I stopped it completely and I put all my focus on storytelling on Reels. Speaking in Reels is so much better. When you post a story, you have maybe 20% of your followers seeing it. Sometimes you have 100 people, sometimes you have like 1,000 people, it depends. But when you post a Reel, you have maybe 10% of your followers seeing it, or 20, or 50, even have a chance of getting millions of views, which is what happened to me. I had sometimes less people seeing my Reels, and sometimes I had suddenly 1 million people seeing my Reel. How amazing, that changes everything. So if you put your energy instead of in stories, you put it in Reels, it helps so much more. Your chances of growing is like drastically bigger. So don't focus on stories, focus on Reels. Once you're big and famous, then you can focus again on stories, but put your energy into Reels. I have people asking me what language should I choose to speak in my Instagram. Now, I mean, I'm Dutch, I speak Dutch, and if I want to be a known photographer in the Netherlands, I would choose in Dutch, because it's actually much easier to grow in your own language. There is much less competition. If you compare yourself to like English, you're competing with anyone who does it. But when you're only doing it in Dutch, you're competing only with people in the Netherlands. And also people in the Netherlands can trust you more, can know that you, okay, he speaks our language, he understands us, and he's local, so we can work with him as a photographer. So I would recommend do it in your own language. Starting out, it's much easier to start out, to grow, and then if you want to move on, you can move on to English. But I recommend starting as niched as possible, really you as possible. Do only the things you really love doing. Don't do other things that you don't love doing. If you want to explore, that's okay, but try to do it in a creative, different, unique way, something you don't see other people around you do. That's a really important one. Another question, should I share personal stuff on my Instagram? Yes, I think you should, not too much, but I think people want to connect with you on a deeper level. People want to know who will shoot our wedding, who will we work with. So I think that's a great place to do in the stories, or a little bit like POV, my first photo shoot, POV. I've been dreaming to work with this artist for such a long time. I came to work at my dream festival. Those kind of things. It's a bit personal, it's emotional, people love it, people relate to it. I think that's the best content. And then lastly, oh yeah, that's a really great trick to make a lot of content and come up with content ideas. I gave you a lot of content ideas now, and with the previous videos, but here are some more. Obviously also look up on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok is really like the advanced Instagram, and there's a lot of good content there. So if you just look up event photographer, festival photographer, whatever you want, you'll get a lot of ideas. But another thing is ChatGPT or AI or Google Bard, which is available in some countries. Those are all amazing. I use it. I actually don't use it too much, but sometimes I use it when I don't have ideas or when I don't know exactly what I want to do. I use it and I say, hey, I'm a wedding photographer in the Netherlands and I want to make a reel about this and this, or help me come up with real ideas. And then you tell them, here, write me a script for this idea. And the insane thing is it will give you every single detail you want. So it will come up in 3 seconds with all the details of what to say in the voiceover, what to have in the video, what to capture. And even like you can even use it for taking photos, right? Hey, I'm going to shoot my first festival. What kind of photos can I take? It will tell you everything. So for example, I once told it that I want to make a reel about selling my preset course without sounding like I tried to sell it. It didn't really do exactly what I told it, but I told it in a different way, and then it did. It did come up with a good idea, and then it told me, for example, the first scene will be me sitting frustrated on a computer trying to make a preset. First scene, and then a voiceover will be I used to try to make presets myself, and that's super hard. And then second scene, me looking up online, Googling preset course, not finding anything. And then the voiceover, same. And then it gives you exactly what to do, and it's amazing. Last thing is, if you're afraid of putting yourself out there and putting your voice, putting your face, all those things, well, you can always use your voice. You can always use AI to even speak for you, so you don't need to do it yourself. CapCut and stuff, you can do it. You can like tell it to do a voiceover, so it's easy, you don't need to. And also a small tip is you can just start a new TikTok account or a new Instagram account and then have no friends there. And then even if you're super paranoid, you can even use a VPN that will do it from a different place, different location. And then none of your friends will see it, no one will see it, and you can just start fresh. The chances you will get somewhere and become famous is much bigger than not doing it. It happens a lot to people, especially on TikTok. So once your friends see it, suddenly it's like, oh, I already made it. I'm confident enough. I have confidence. No one can tell me anything. And that's like life-changing, which is amazing. So yeah, yeah, hope you enjoy those tips. Let me know if you have any questions. Success, happy shooting.